Welcome to Caleb's Basketball Pod. For this episode, I am going to talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves. I haven't spent much time on them. I just want to point out that they're really underperforming, and I think I think it's pretty obvious. Julius Randle, he's still scoring, but Julius Randle is a player that needs the ball in his hands. Most of the time, he's an ISO player. It's not like Karl-Anthony Towns like we're seeing with New York, where you get him the ball, he'll catch and shoot, he'll hit his threes, or he'll drive him, make his move, and he'll be done with it. He doesn't need to size someone up, take the matchup. He makes his move, gets to a shot quick. It doesn't slow the offense down. I feel like Julius Randle is kind of slowing that Wolves offense down. And then you have two guys that need the ball to be effective, in him and Anthony Edwards. Then you have a guy in the dunker spot in Rudy Gobert, and that's all you really get from him offensively. I think the offense just looks slow. For some reason, their defense is not good enough to hold teams under the offense, because the offense is not producing well, and the offense really looks stagnant. Dante DiVincenzo, he is not giving the production we expected off the bench. Michael Conley, I mean, he's doing what you expect, but he's not that explosive point guard. We need more scoring from the point guard level. You have your vets. You have Conley, Joe Ingles, Rudy Gobert, known as a vet. But we need more production offensively, and the ball needs to stop sticking. The ball sticks a lot in Minnesota, and we play ISO ball. Minnesota does. You don't need that. You need the ball to move. You need to get guys involved. You need, when someone like Dante DiVincenzo comes in, he needs to know that he's going to get the ball in his spots, and he needs to know where his spots are going to be. I just think the Wolves offense needs a lot of work right now, and it has to start by maybe Anthony Edwards is your explosive point guard. Maybe he starts taking more of a responsibility of getting teammates going and setting guys up. He's going to be the guy that draws for double teams. He needs to take responsibility to get other guys going, because he's not going to win games by himself. And he's had an amazing year, Anthony Edwards has. Let's be honest, his three-point shooting has been great, amazing three-point shooting, but we need more than him. We, as in just basketball fans, audience, everybody watching, we need more from the whole team if we want to see a good Timberwolves team. And it's going to be tough with how they're looking for them to get back to Western Conference Finals. On the other side of that, I don't want to beat a dead horse here and keep saying this over and over again, but Dallas cannot close games. They were without Kyrie Irving and dropped one to Utah last night on a John Collins dunk at the end, because Luka didn't pick up his guy. Defensively, it's not there for Dallas. But offensively, you have two of the best closers in the league, and you can't close people out. What's going on in Dallas? 5-7. They have to get better. They've lost their last 4 clutch games. That's not going to work. If you want to get back to the conference finals, you need to be way better than that. So I'm looking for big things from Dallas. They have to switch it up. Their defense has to get better, because their defense is bad. They're allowing about 120 a game. Defense is really bad. Another thing I want to touch on real quick. Can the Phoenix Suns stay close to the top 5 area without Kevin Durant? It's starting to look tough. They're really getting handled by teams, by the really good teams. They're able to beat and stick with the not-so-good teams, but for really good teams like the Kings keep beating them. They need to figure something out to be able to stay afloat while KD's out, and KD may be out for another week or two. So how does Phoenix look? All in all, I believe these guys will be better fit for when KD does return, because they have to take on more of a responsibility themselves. But you can't keep losing these big games without him. You have to at least keep them close. Show something, show a sign that you're still there. And then one last thing I want to touch on before I get to pick up the day, a short episode, because I didn't have as much time today, but big things are coming, so stay tuned. Vets in the locker room, championship teams, championship caliber teams, they have vets in the locker room. I just want to say how much importance it is to have someone that holds everyone accountable. We're seeing that in multiple places, and teams are turning around and getting good or getting better because you're holding everyone accountable. These young teams, like the Thunder, may have a tough time in the playoffs because you don't have someone holding everyone accountable. You don't have that vet that's been in the league for years, that's been there before, and he's holding everyone else accountable. I'm not saying it's not possible, just maybe a little bit more difficult. Look at Tristan in Cleveland. You can see he's leading from the sidelines. Look at Miami when they had Haslam. I mean, there's a lot of teams that have these vets. Detroit's got a few vets in the offseason. Look how good they're playing. San Antonio's got a few vets in Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes. Look how much better they're playing. These vets help teams out. There is no reason you should not have this vet that serves as like a second coach on your team if you really want to compete for a championship. So that's all I'm saying there. Let's go to my pick of the day. I'm going to go Cleveland and Chicago because of that undefeated 13-0 start by Cleveland. That's going to be my pick of the day, and it's Cleveland minus 10.5. It's in Cleveland. I'm going to pick Cleveland at over 221. So there's your pick of the day, and I'll see you Monday. I'm hoping maybe get some guests, hopefully get some episodes recorded over the weekend. But I'll see you Monday, and hopefully some good, really good content coming up. And like I said, stay tuned. There's going to be some big content. We're going to do some games. We're figuring this out. We're going to get going. Also going to try to get a audio version done. So if you just want to listen and you don't want to watch, try to get that down and figure out how to do that. So just give me time, guys, to work with me, but we're figuring this out as we go, and it's just for fun. But hey, comment questions you have and I'll answer them. So hey, let me know. We can do an episode on questions if you've got them. I've got you answers.